GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side. There's London. That one a first down pickup of 8. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Quez Watkins, 64 yards. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get drawn.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Sticking with Walker on second down. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They'll run for it. It's Walker. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Trayvon Walker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And take it right on the 30. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8. Mahomes going to throw. This pass is caught by London. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert now. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On first down, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes going for the deep ball.